Bonjour à tous.
Hello everybody, welcome to the official TV channel at the film festival here in Cannes. This is the first photo call for a film in competition. It's by a French director called Alain Guiraudie. It's his first time in the official competition here in Cannes, and his latest film is called Staying Vertical. So on the program today, we have the team from Staying Vertical who will be having their photo call, followed by an interview, followed by a press conference. Then at midday we have the film crew from Sierra Nevada, a Romanian film. Then we have Money Monster, a film which is not in competition, starring Jodie Foster, directed by Jodie Foster, starring George Clooney and Julia Foster. And then at 3 o'clock we have red carpets for Sierra Nevada, 7 o'clock in the evening, Money Monster red carpet, and then Sophie Soulignac will be on the red carpet at 10 o'clock for Staying Vertical.
Place au photocall.
Now let's go to the photo call.
Voilà.
So here we are. Welcome for the very first photo call of a film in competition here at the 69th Cannes Film Festival. This is the first of 4 French films in the festival. And the director is Alain Guiraudie. He is opening this series of photo calls. It's the first time for Alain Guiraudie here in the official competition at Cannes. He did come here in 2013 with Stranger by the Lake, so that was 3 years ago. It was in the Un Certain Regard section, and he won Best Director prize for that. He is here for his photo call with his crew. Alain Guiraudie is surrounded by Damien Bonnard, India Hair. There's also Raphaël, Thiery, and the rest of the crew from the film Staying Vertical. Christian Bouillette is there, Basile, Meilleurat. Laure, Calamy and Sébastien Novac round off the team. So there we have the crew for the film Staying Vertical, produced by Sylvie Piala, who has worked on several occasions with Alain Guiraudie. She also worked with has worked with many other prize winners here in Cannes. So here is Alain Guiraudie opening the official competition, representing France. Tomorrow, Bruno Dumont will be here, with 2 further French directors later on in the festival. Alain Guiraudie comes from the southwest of France, has a really direct relationship with nature, likes to film nature, likes to film men and women in nature, is also interested in sexuality from all points of view, and has a very raw way of filming and manages to create areas, working in different regions of France, and he creates a kind of dreamlike setting for his films, for his stories. And for today's story, it's all about a young man played by Damien Bonnard, who you can see on the screen there next to the director. And he's a screenwriter looking for a wolf out in the countryside, meets a woman played by India Hair. She's a shepherdess. She works with her father, who is played by Raphaël Thiery. You can see him on the screen at the moment, the furthest person on the screen. They have a baby together. The 2 key protagonists have a baby. And then I'm not going to tell you anymore. The story goes on, obviously. The child stays in the arms of the father, which is kind of original. It's the mother who goes away. So that's the broad outline of the start of the film, directed by Alain Guiraudie. And in that film, he creates very unusual atmospheres, scenes that we're not used to here in France. He films his home region, which he really loves. He films nature and takes a close look, particularly at the beginning of the film. He focuses on wolves, and he doesn't come down on either side of the fence for wolves or against wolves, but there's a wolf prowling around who comes and decimates the flocks of sheep in the region, in the Lozère region.
Le personnage de ce jeune
But through
cinéaste,
the character of the young filmmaker, who's an ecological warrior, an eco-warrior, he is for the presence of wolves in France. So the film doesn't come down on either side, the for or the against, shows both sides of the argument.
Bien sûr. Alors, India Air et Damien Bonnard
and Damien Bonnard play the couple in the film.
Ce sont deux jeunes comédiens
These are
français.
two young French actors. Damien Bonnard was seen in L'Astragale by Brigitte. See La Résistance de l'air by Fred Grivois. Mercurial by Virgile Vernier. And is currently on screen in a film called Vendeur by Sylvain Desclous. He's been in many films, and he's well known in France. On the screen we have Alain Guiraudie, who came to Cannes for the last time, or most recently in 2013 with Stranger by the Lake.
Début de sa collaboration avec Sylvie Piala. Pas de repos
He's
pour les
working with Sylvie Piala on this film. His first film was 2003, No Rest for the Brave. Then he came back in 2005 and 2009 with different films. He's always interested in sexuality in his films.
La mise en scène de l'homme au cœur de la nature.
And he likes to film man in the center of nature. He focuses often on the working class, particularly in his earlier films.
Et ce qui fait son originalité
And the original thing about his work is his
particulière
unique approach
de la réalisation.
to the work of the director.
Voilà donc India Air,
Here we have India Hare,
comédienne
a young actress who delights to see in this film. There's quite a bit of humour in the film,
notamment dans les rapports entre
particularly
ce jeune
in the relationship between the young screenwriter and his producer, but also because this is a film where everybody desires everybody else, more or less.
et c'est un film qui parle aussi de la paternité.
It's a film which talks about fatherhood, motherhood,
de manière assez originale.
in quite an unusual and original style, because it's all very complicated.
Un film qui pourrait commencer comme un conte,
This film starts more or less like a tale, a fairy tale almost, with quite a lot of mystery in there, with the wolf, nature. There's a therapist in there who takes care of Damien Bonnard, who's on your screen now. This person wants to take a closer look at his mindset and his relationship with his son, and the scenes are quite amazing.
voilà donc le jeune Damien Bonnard,
Damien Bonnard on your screen now,
donc le héros de ce film.
the hero of this film, which is entitled Staying Vertical.
Damien Bonnard, que l'on peut voir également à l'affiche de Vendeur de Sylvain Desclous en ce
He's
moment.
currently on screen in France in a film called Vendeur by Sylvain Desclous. He has worked with Ariane Mouchkine, was trained as a singer, as an actor also,
Il a fait les Beaux-Arts.
and he studied fine arts.
Et on pourra le revoir également à Cannes, dans Voir du Pays.
He'll be back in other films screened during the festival here in Cannes, in the Un Certain Regard. So we'll see him later on in the festival also.
Et voilà donc Laure Calamy
And
qui
here we have on our screen Laure Calamy. She plays the role of the therapist that I was just talking about a moment ago.
semble utiliser des méthodes très naturelles
Who has very natural methods in her approach to therapy.
pour réorienter.
And she uses those methods to
Damien Bonnard, on a pu le
redirect Damien Bonnard.
voir notamment.
She's played in many films in France. She trained at the National Conservatoire.
On la verra dans La Loi de la jungle d'Antonin Perret-Jacob prochainement.
She's on our screens regularly. She's played in a film called 10%, a Cédric Clapiche series, and Dominique Besnéard. She was in the film Les Cowboys by Thomas Bidguin.
Très beau film de Thomas Bidguin. Comme
Wonderful film by Thomas Bidguin. Also in the Sentiment d'été. She was also in Alceste à bicyclette by Philippe Leguet. Her name is Laure Calamy.
Voilà donc fin de ce.
So here we have the end of this the first photocall for a film in competition, which happens to be a French film. There'll be 4